Open your project and add all of your layers. Make sure to have 2 paper layers, a picture of a person you're editing, a toast paper, 4 more pictures of the person you're editing, a cutout of the person you're editing, and a 4-leaf clover PNG. First, go to the 4-leaf clover PNG and click on Move and Transform, and rotate it a bit to the left so that it stands straight on the screen. Make sure your project has 3 beats in between. We're going to be working with these beats most of the time. Now click on the cutout and zoom it out and place it like shown. Now click on the cutout and go to Move and Transform and add position keys on the 1st and 3rd beat. On the 1st keyframe, move your layer down behind the clover. And in between, click on the graph and add this. If you want to make it more sharp, pull these knobs more to the sides, but I'm going to keep it my way. Click on the 3 dots and copy the curve because we will be using it in the future. Now select the group and the clover and click on the first grouping option at the top. Now hide the group for a bit and let's set up these layers. First, on the toast PNG, choose one of your pictures and zoom it out to fit the toast. Now select the photo with the toast and group them with the first grouping option. Hide all of your layers so that only the first paper is visible, and zoom it out and move it a little to the left on the bottom. Now unhide the first picture of the person you're editing and zoom that out as well. Place it a little to the left again. Now zoom out your second paper and place it on the top right corner of the background. And then go to Move and Transform and rotate it to the left. Now unhide the group with your other picture. Move the group on top. And now position them like shown in the video. Now unhide your clover and put it in the middle of your first picture. Now add position and rotation keys at the start and second beat. On the first keyframe, move the Clover down and rotate it to the left. And then add this curve. Copy the curve and paste it over to rotation. Press and hold on the Clover layer and click on the grouping option one more time. Now go to Move and Transform and add rotation and position keys on the first beat and third beat. Before we do anything, go to your second keyframe, click on Position again so that the X and Y turn blue. This is an anchor point, which you will move in the middle of the Clover so that the rotation doesn't mess up. Only now, after you've moved your anchor point, adjust the position and rotation on the second keyframe. For position, move your Clover to the right side where your two other layers are, and then rotate it. Position the Clover wherever you like. And make sure to paste the same curve in between both properties. If you want to make the rotation more effective, rotate it twice so that it crosses the 360 threshold. Click on the group and edit it, and then click on it again. Click on the cutout, go to blending and opacity, and add opacity keyframes in the same places that we've placed the other two. On the first key, make it 0, and then paste the curve in between. As for the other two layers, add position and rotation keys on the first B and third B. Now go to the first keyframe in both properties and adjust their amounts. And paste the same curve. I'm going to copy the same progress over to the second layer. Now unhide the other two layers and put them behind. Now adjust their position. Also, add a text at the start of the entire project and type in whatever you want. Make the color white and add just the font. I use BuGuMi Bold. Go to Border and Shadow and add a little stroke and decrease its amount. Keep in mind that as you zoom in, the stroke decreases. Now for these 3 new layers that we just adjusted, add position and rotation keys on the second beat and end of the entire project. On the first keyframe, adjust their position and rotation simply, and paste the same curve in between both properties. Just copy the same progress on all 3 layers and change up their positions and rotations to make it more diverse. This is how it should look like towards the end. On the Clover, you can add exposure. I'm kind of missing some light, so I'll still add it, just in case. Now, let's sum up our project by adding motion. Click on the plus icon at the start of the entire project and add a null layer in the object and element. Click on the first layer underneath the null, and then click on this icon next to the rubbish bin. If you don't have a membership like me, click Try It first. Click on it again and select Null 1. This is basically linking your layers to a parent, or in this case, a null object. Nulls make it so easy to move around multiple layers at once. After you're done, click on the null and click Move and Transform. In this case, the Z will be your zoom in and out, and the X and Y will be to move your layer left, right, up, and down. On the null, click on the Z and decrease it, and then for the X and Y, move it around so that this picture is in the center, completely zoomed in. Now add position keyframes of the start and second beat. On the second beat, increase the Z. And paste the curve in between. Now go to your first beat and add another null. Click on Null 1 and link it to Null 2. Using the same button we used before. On Null 2, add position and rotation keys at the start and third beat. On the second keyframe, move your layer to the right where your 3 layers are. Zoom it in and rotate it. You can adjust the position of these layers anytime. And now on Null 2, paste the curves in between both properties. Now, go to Beat 2 and add your third and final null. Click on Null 2 and link it to Null 3. Now select all three nulls and adjust their duration so that they end where the transition does. And now, on Null 3, add position and rotation keys again at the start and end this time. On the second keyframe, adjust the position and rotation of the layers. And paste the curve in between both properties. Lastly, add a rectangle at the start of the entire project. Click on the three dots in the top right corner and click Stretch to Composition Area. Now press and hold the rectangle and make its duration the same. And now select every layer and click on the middle grouping option at the top. Now you can add your shakes and effects and make sure to export in the lower frame per second so that it looks better. Trust me.